Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Whoa! How did this slip through the cracks yesterday? How did this story slip through the cracks? Former UFC star Anthony Smith arrested on 3 felony charges. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Anthony Smith arrested in Nebraska on 3 felony charges: domestic violence causing serious bodily injury, false imprisonment in the first degree, and terroristic threats. We take a look at the article put out by TMZ. Ex-UFC star Anthony Smith threatened to unalive wife, tried to hit her with the car, prosecutor claims. Anthony Smith allegedly threatened to unalive his wife, forced her into his car, and later tried to run her over with it after a heated argument at a Nebraska bar. The Sabre County Attorney's Office detailed the claims hours after the 38-year-old former UFC star went before a judge, and the allegations are explosive. This is him with his family. Nice looking family. It all started when Smith, who was released on $500,000 bond on Wednesday, allegedly got into an altercation at a Gretna, Nebraska bar on July 26th. Prosecutors say Lionheart threatened to unalive his wife, Michaela, if she didn't go home with him. Anthony then allegedly grabbed and pushed her inside the car. Michaela, according to officials, was able to temporarily escape during the drive home, but Smith demanded she get back into the car. Wow. Once they arrived at their house, she again exited, prompting Smith to allegedly attempt to strike her multiple times with the vehicle. Anthony's wife wasn't physically harmed. An arrest warrant was issued the next day, and Smith turned himself in hours later. The former light heavyweight title contender spent nearly 2 days in the county jail before he was released Wednesday afternoon. Smith was ordered to steer clear of his wife, no contact allowed at all. The ex-UFC fighter is facing 3 felonies, which could carry up to a 26-year prison sentence if convicted. Smith has not yet addressed the allegations. Now, going back to this allegation here, Anthony then allegedly grabbed and pushed her inside the car. If this took place outside of a bar, of her grabbing her against her will and pushing her in his car against her will, this should be on camera. Again, in today's day and age, this should be on camera. Michaela, according to officials, was able to temporarily escape during the drive home, but Smith demanded she get back in the car. Once they arrived at their house, she again exited, prompting Smith to allegedly attempt to strike her multiple times with the vehicle. Now, this as well. The cops are going to do their job. They're going to canvass. They're going to question neighbors. They're going to talk to people who are around in that area. Hey, do you have a Ring camera? Hey, do you have a Ring camera? Hey, do you have a camera? Hey, do you have a camera? Hey, do you have security footage? Hey, do you have surveillance? I don't know the neighborhood Smith lives in, but I would assume some of his neighbors probably have some type of... So some of these allegations should be, I don't want to say easy, but relatively easy for the cops to prove if he did grab her and force her in the car. And if in fact her story aligns with, once they got home, her exiting the home, whether it's his camera or a neighbor's camera or whatever, across the street, whatever the case may be, some of this should be fairly easy to prove. But wow, prompting Smith to allegedly attempt to strike her multiple times with the vehicle. Good thing she wasn't physically harmed. Whoa. Take a look at him in court over here. Former UFC fighter Anthony Smith is accused of threatening to unalive his wife, forcing her into a vehicle, and trying to run her over multiple times. Witnesses say they heard gunshots coming from his home. What?
Do you understand the 3 counts that have been filed against you?
Yes, sir.
The defendant had been kicked out of a concert at Gretna Days for being in an altercation earlier in the night.
Prosecutors allege Smith tried to get his wife into a car while threatening to kill her.
Had to push her into the car by force to get her there. She did ultimately exit the car at one point. He threatened to kill her again if she did not get in the car.
Back at their Gretna home, Smith allegedly reversed the car, trying to hit his wife, then accelerated when she was in front of the vehicle. Prosecutors say witnesses helped her and their children out of the home after Smith went inside.
Witnesses heard gunshots coming from the home, but he had made the statement that he would kill himself if law enforcement came inside.
A Sarpy County judge set Smith's bond at $500,000, ordering no.
Whoa. Now, I don't know if that's the camera, but as the judge is saying shots were fired and he said he unalived himself, he's shaking his head. Like, yeah, that happened. Yeah, I did say that.
Home after Smith went inside.
Witnesses heard gunshots coming from the home, but he had made the statement that he would kill himself if law enforcement came inside.
Wow.
A Sarpy County judge.
Whoa. Now again, if there were shots fired, gunshot residue tests, a lot of these allegations should be relatively easy to prove. But then you have the witnesses, so I'm assuming the cops did do their job. They did talk to neighbors, they did talk to people in the area, and they got a lot of information from them, enough to where, man, Anthony Smith, man, wow. At least we'll never have to see this moron rattling about his useless opinions again. UFC dropped the ball when they hired this woman beater to the commentary booth. Damn, life after retirement for UFC fighters is a difficult path. BJ going crazy. I don't even know what animal Diego Sanchez might be sacrificing right now. A couple of weeks ago, Dustin starts catching thrown around there. You know what? I'm not blaming blaming CTE a lot of the time is a cop out to me. It just seems like a cop out to me. Damn, dude couldn't. Wow, everyone is like making fun of this because of all these memes. I get it, but man, this is a terrible situation. This is looking worse and worse with every new info release. Might get a long sentence if true. Yeah, this is nuts. And the fact that he's over there nodding along. Whoa. Can you imagine being a woman and having your MMA fighting husband decide to go fucking crazy on you? Yeah, fucking terrifying, I'm sure. CTE, alcohol, and past trauma. I did not like it when I saw him fighting BKFC. He took way too much damage near the end of his career. So what? Let's get this straight. He got into an altercation at an event. Who was the altercation with? Do we have that information? Who was that altercation with? Was this the altercation of him and his wife maybe going back and forth, and that's the altercation? But wow, this is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. Now he's a UFC employee as far as he is now on the broadcast, not the broadcast booth, but they have like a studio show, and he's doing the studio show. And usually Dana White stays out of these types of situations. I would assume he continues to stay out of these situations, but I would also assume that Anthony Smith is going on a very, very, very long leave until all of this is cleared up. I would be surprised to see him back before there's a resolution to this. There's no way he's back before there is actually a resolution to this, and he might not be back at all. But these allegations, very, very disturbing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, happy video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. And again, witnesses are now brought in. This isn't like, because so many times this happens in the NFL, right? And there's a domestic dispute, and it's really just he say, she say, right? It's really he say, she say, domestic dispute. He say, she say, domestic dispute. But this, we brought witnesses in. We got gunshots, allegedly. We have him threatening to unalive himself, pushing another. All of that should be on. A lot of these things should be on camera. A lot of these things can be provable. If there's gunshot residue on him, dude, why is there gunshot residue on you? You didn't go to the gun range. Witnesses are hearing gunshots. What happened here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. See you next time, as always. Take it easy.